Growing up, my little brother Noah was my world. He was the epitome of innocence. His laughter echoing through our house, his wide eyes filled with wonder, his unwavering trust in the goodness of the world. But what started as a tale of sibling love would lead me into a chilling, true horror story that forever shattered the boundaries between reality and nightmares. Our childhood was a tapestry of memories, playing hide-and-seek in the backyard, building forts out of blankets, and sharing secrets under the covers. Noah was my constant companion, his boundless energy and insatiable curiosity an endless source of amusement. Our parents often marveled at our close bond, and I took pride in being the protective older sibling. It was a warm summer day when everything changed. Noah and I were playing in the attic, our imaginations turning the dusty old space into a realm of adventures. The sun streamed through the small windows, casting dappled light across the worn floorboards. I watched as Noah examined an old trunk in the corner, his fingers tracing the intricate carvings. "What's in there?" he asked, his eyes shining with curiosity. I shrugged, not remembering ever seeing the trunk before. "I don't know, bud. Probably just some old stuff." Noah's determination, however, was unyielding. With a determined glint in his eye, he tugged at the latch, and with a creak, the lid swung open. A musty smell filled the air, and a shiver ran down my spine. I exchanged a glance with Noah, his excitement mirrored by a growing unease within me. As Noah peered inside, his eyes widened with wonder. He pulled out a weathered book, its pages yellowed with age. The writing was in a language I couldn't decipher, the words flowing across the pages in an elegant script. I felt a prickle of apprehension, my unease deepening as I watched Noah flip through the pages. "Put that back, Noah," I said, my voice tinged with urgency. Noah hesitated, his eyes still fixated on the book, but then he nodded and carefully placed it back in the trunk. We closed the lid, the creaking sound echoing in the attic's confines. As we descended the attic stairs, a feeling of foreboding settled over me, a sense that we had stumbled upon something beyond our understanding. That night, as I lay in bed, the image of the book haunted me. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to it than met the eye, that it held a secret that should have remained hidden. Sleep eluded me, my mind a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. The days that followed were marked by a series of unsettling events. Objects would go missing, only to reappear in the attic. Strange noises echoed through the house at night, as if whispers were carried on the wind. Noah's behavior grew increasingly erratic, his laughter giving way to bouts of tears, his once bright eyes now clouded with a distant look. I tried to brush off the unease, attributing Noah's behavior to the vivid imagination of childhood. But deep down I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong, that the trunk, the book, and the attic were all connected in ways I couldn't fathom. One evening, as I sat in the living room, I heard Noah's voice drifting from the attic. It was a soft murmur, the words indistinct. Heart pounding, I climbed the attic stairs, my steps cautious as I approached the closed door. The murmuring grew louder, a steady stream of words that made no sense to me. "Noah," I called, my voice trembling. The murmuring stopped abruptly, replaced by an eerie silence. I hesitated, my hand on the doorknob before pushing the door open. What I saw in that moment would forever be etched into my memory. Noah was sitting cross-legged on the floor, the weathered book open in front of him. His eyes were fixed on the pages, his lips moving as if he was reciting something from memory. But the words he spoke were not in any language I recognized. They were guttural and otherworldly, a language that seemed to resonate with a sinister energy. "Noah," I shouted, my voice laced with panic. Noah's head snapped up, his eyes meeting mine. But they weren't his eyes. They were dark, empty voids that seemed to suck in all light. A chill ran down my spine, a wave of terror washing over me. "Come closer, big brother," he said, his voice a distorted echo of Noah's familiar tone. I stumbled back, my heart racing as I realized that something was terribly wrong. The figure before me was not my little brother. It was something else, something that had taken hold of him. "Who are you?" I demanded, my voice trembling. The figure, or whatever it was, grinned, its expression twisted and malevolent. "I am the one who dwells in the shadows, the ancient knowledge that transcends time." I felt a surge of anger and fear. "Leave my brother alone." The figure's laughter echoed through the attic, a chilling sound that sent shivers down my spine. He invited me, willingly embraced the forbidden truths I offered. My mind raced, trying to make sense of what was happening. The figure's words were cryptic. its presence a malevolent force that seemed to seep into every corner of the attic. "Tell me what you want," I demanded, my voice defiant. The figure's gaze locked onto mine, its eyes boring into my very soul. "I seek to transcend, to cross the boundaries of existence, and your brother has offered me the vessel I need." A surge of determination coursed through me. "Noah, fight it! You're stronger than this." But the figure's grip on Noah seemed unyielding, its influence undeniable. Noah's eyes flickered for a moment, a glimmer of recognition breaking through the darkness. And then, with a guttural scream, the figure's hold tightened once again, and Noah's expression returned to that of a puppet under its control. In that moment, I knew what I had to do. With a heavy heart, I lunged forward, my hand grabbing the book. The figure let out a roar of rage, its form contorting and shifting as if it was unraveling. And then with a blinding flash of light, it was gone, leaving only an empty attic and a sense of emptiness in its wake. Noah collapsed to the ground, his eyes wide and confused. I rushed to his side, cradling him in my arms. He blinked up at me, his eyes filled with innocence once again, as if the darkness that had consumed him was a distant memory. "What happened?" he asked, his voice shaky. I held him close, my heart aching. "You were taken by something dark. But you're back now, Noah. You're safe." We never spoke about that night again, the memory a haunting specter that lingered between us. Noah's innocence remained intact, his laughter returning as if the darkness had never touched him. But I knew that beneath the veneer of childhood wonder, there was a truth that could never be erased, a chilling, true little brother horror story that forever altered my perception of the world.